starting. Okay. Hello, everybody. Today we are here with two WSUB students. My name is Sam.
I'm Luis.
And we are LL&W interns. So, Sam and Diana, please tell us a bit about your story to begin this interview and who you are. I'll pass it on to Sam, and then Sam, you can pass it on to Diana.
So hello everyone, my name is Sam Crawford. I'm the current Vice President of Student Government. Born and raised in Vancouver, went to Fort Vancouver High School. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diana Luis Contreras. I am a first generation student here at WSUV, double majoring in psychology, human development with a minor in neuroscience. I was born in Portland and moved here to Vancouver, and I attended Fort Vancouver, Columbia River, and Clark College during my time there.
So, you both mentioned that you are students here at WSUB. How has this experience been like for the both of you?
For me, it's been pretty eye-opening. It's been really cool. I've been able to get involved in a lot of different things on campus. Student government is one of them. Last year, I was a part of a student activities board, so planning events on campus. And overall, it's been a pretty welcoming experience for me.
I've had a good experience here. I'm really involved in campus, so I've met a lot of cool people, joined a lot of clubs. With the different classes I'm taking, I also meet people from different majors that are also, same boat as me. I would also say there's a lot of great resources on campus that I've utilized, like the Writing Center, food pantry, so that has definitely made my experience at WCV more positive.
Okay. So you guys have already kind of mentioned this, but I was wondering if you guys could expand on it, on what kind of work do you guys participate on campus? I'll start with you, Sam.
Yeah, so like we said earlier, we're both in student government as vice president and president, and then also on campus for History 105. I'm a supplemental instructor, so I just give like helping aid to students in the History 105 research class, giving research tips, and then I'm also involved in the Students of Color Coalition. So it's a group of students of color, just like working with all the different identity-based groups on campus and bringing them together as a collective.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I do a little bit of everything. So this past school year, I was able to help start and like continue grow crafting creations, the book club, the Notion on campus, um, food club, and I've also been able to help with student government this past school year. So this past semester, I became the director of campus and community involvement or outreach. So I was able to do a lot of stuff through them. Outside of campus, I volunteer at the hospital, so I do a lot of work like outside of the community. And then I have an outside job too. I work at a community center, so I also work in that area as well.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen you guys involved in a lot of clubs and events on campus, the both of you. And I had another question to add on to that. Considering how involved you guys are with in all the events in campus, do you guys have any advice for any students who who it might be hard for them to get involved, to get started in trying to participate in these events?
Both in and out of school.
Yeah, I think for that, I think that's kind of a tricky question to answer at times. But I think like finding stuff that you're passionate about and like different things. So like if you already have a group of friends on campus, maybe it's starting a club of some sort, and then finding more people that have the same interests as you, or if there's some interest you already have, looking into different clubs and different like things outside of campus already being played. Also just like attending as many events as you can. And just like even if it's just for a few minutes, just stopping by. I think a lot of people on this campus are welcoming, especially at the events already being played. So just stopping by to those, reaching out to community members and finding the identities that already look like you, and that you already communicate with yourself, and reaching out to those and trying to get involved in those spaces.
And to add on to that, I think for sure identity is a big thing on campus too, like finding those groups of people. I know for me, I joined the First Generation Student Association, and I signed up to be an officer for the club because I identify as that, and I really want to make sure that other people who, are struggling like first gen problems, see that there's that support system out there that, like the purpose of this club is to help people out. I think for sure, it is scary to join these new places and going on Cook Presents and seeing what might be interesting to you. Because this past school year, we had like so many more new clubs. So there's definitely like a space out there for students, I think. I would say, even stopping by 5 minutes, like it makes a big difference because people want people to come to their events. Like they want people to be involved. So if you come, people are always welcoming about anything that they have going on.
And we'll make sure to tag, because I know Latino Leadership Northwest follows a lot of the clubs here on campus, and so we'll make sure to tag those in the post so that WSUB students can check them out. And we can also share the resources or the opportunities that you guys take part of outside of campus as well. So our next question is, who is your support system? Because I know I need a support system as a college student because it's rough out here sometimes. So who is your guys' support system?
Yeah, I think I try to dip into a lot of areas to find my support system. One being just like my colleagues at times, like Diana's been a great help in having someone to lean on when I have questions with student government, as well as some of our advisors, Sheila Gray. She's been a great help in like just when I have questions or when I'm stressed about something, to have someone to lean on, as well as like outside of school, family and friends. I think sometimes having that break away from school and being able to like reach out and kind of like not think about work or not think about school, and then be able to like just connect with people you love is a great way for me.
Yeah, the advisors on campus have been really great, especially Tamara has been a huge help for us transitioning into this new position for vice president and president. It was really hard at first, like trying to figure out what we were supposed to do, but definitely a huge help for us. I'd also say my family is a big support too. Like I still live at home, so I think it's a big privilege that I'm able to say that. And, like they support me by, providing a roof over my head, food, simple things like that that are a huge benefit that not everyone gets to experience. So I think for sure them and my friends as well have been a huge support and, always being down for things I want to do and, supporting me and the different ideas that I have on campus as well.
Yeah. So the next question is, where do you guys see yourselves after graduation? Considering that we're all getting kind of near the end of our college experience. And if you guys don't have any specific like, oh, I'm getting a job in this place specifically, like that's fine. But we're just wondering, where do you guys see yourself after you're done with college?
Yeah, for me, I think to work in policy work and public policy, and then with the plans of eventually going to law school, and then working within the law side of things and doing policy work, stuff at the Capitol and all that.
So I graduate next spring. So I plan on taking a break at least, going somewhere, whether that be like Switzerland, Japan, I don't know, go somewhere, explore something. Hopefully, I don't know, like the job thing, it can be a little difficult to figure out how that looks like, but I hope to go to grad school. That's something that I really would love to do. I don't know how realistic that is, but for sure, hopefully going to grad school, either when I graduate or maybe taking a gap year and then going to grad school.
I also, hopefully, we go to grad school. um, and then our next question. Over the years, what has been one important piece of advice that a mentor has given to you guys? Or what is a piece of advice that you guys would like to tell younger students, high school students, especially for those who are in their last year? And it's almost June, which means it's almost grad season. And to those students who are trying to plan their next chapter, whether it's higher education, whether it's trade school, whether it's in the workforce or the military or any other path that they take.
Yeah, I would say it's just trying new things and trying and taking all the opportunities you can get. I think for me, like if I would have looked back senior year, I would have never saw myself at WSUV and student government. So I think just trying new things, taking it one step at a time, and then not regretting those decisions of like if something falls through, you fail at something, just taking it as a learning opportunity. That's something that a lot of the advisors here on campus have been able to help me with, and that I'd like to pass on to other students, just like taking the time. If something doesn't go right, just kind of rolling with it, and then seeing any new opportunities you can get from there.
Yeah.
I think someone I would say is my mentor is his name is Tyler Monk. He does a lot of great work, and I've known him since high school. So one of the things that he told me, like as I met him, was kind of not being afraid of trying new things, being okay with being in these spaces that you might not feel welcome, but you are always welcome, and you have a voice, and it matters. So for sure, being able to try new things, because sometimes you won't know what you don't like if you don't try it. Like for me, last year I got an internship in human resources. I had nothing. Like I don't know anything about human resources, no knowledge, nothing. Like my whole background has been medical focused. So me doing that was very random, but I still did it. I learned a lot. I networked with so many people, met a lot of great people. I even got a job offering afterwards. Like it was crazy. Like from another different company that I networked with. Like they offered me a job after graduation. So it was cool to know that that could happen, but that wouldn't have happened if I decided not to do human resources. Because if I told myself that I have no knowledge in this, like I'm not gonna do good at it, I would have never gotten those opportunities.
Yes, LLNW has worked with Tyler Monk before, and he is an amazing person. He's an incredible mentor. So shout out to Tyler Monk. And our final question is just if you guys have any last comments or questions or concerns or anything that you would like our viewers to know, to hear, anything that you guys would like to express.
You want to go first here, Diana?
Sure. I think for sure, like pushing yourself to do the best that you can do and being like like feeling well about what you've accomplished. Because I know sometimes like you can do things and you feel like you haven't done enough, or you feel like you're behind, and you see other people doing these like wild things, and you're like, I'm so behind. Like everyone has their own pace. Like remember that you're going to blossom at your time. Like making sure that you also kind of know like what's good for you in that sense. Like if you think like you want to focus on one thing, but this other thing could be a better opportunity, just go ahead and take it, because you would never know what would happen if you didn't take that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, kind of along what Diana said is like also feeling comfortable in your space. So like whatever that case may be of like growing and feeling comfortable in spaces. I think we all have as like people of color kind of seeing that like it's kind of hard in certain spaces to feel comfortable, or sometimes be vulnerable in those spaces. So really just taking that time and whatever it can to feel comfortable and feel like you're wanted in spaces that aren't necessarily for people like us.
Yeah.
Like student government focused like I would really like to encourage students to come to us and kind of talk to us about different things that they see going on campus, especially students of color. That's something that we really want to focus on this year, making sure that our students are feeling empowered and that they feel like they have the resources on campus to be that first in your family to get that college diploma, or just be that voice that you want and that representation that you want to see.
Yeah, and to add on to that, like just stopping by student government, like we're going to be in the office all the time throughout summer and throughout the school year. So just stopping by, any questions, if you're just feeling like you don't know what's going on campus, or you're feeling like left out of things, or just looking for someone to talk to, like we're always here. We have other people in student government that would be happy to talk to you and find you a support system as well if you're struggling to find that.
And what office should students go looking for you guys?
Yes, so we're located in the Furstenberg Student Commons in the OSI office, office 130. So feel free to stop by there. We should be in there.
And then our new office for the rest of our staff, which is our executive and senators and everyone else, will be in the Furstenberg building, but room 136. So it's like outside by the bookie, if that makes sense.
So this concludes our interview, and I want to thank you guys for taking the time and for agreeing to this interview with us as part of LLNW interns. So thank you, Sam and Diana. That's the end of our interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us. It's an honor. I see your guys' work on Facebook and like Instagram all the time. So I'm really glad, you guys reached out to us so we could talk to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It's been awesome.
Great. Cool.
Wait. Let's all wave.
Okay. Okay. Okay.